the play Medea. First, I want to take a moment and thank the Beacon of Hope and Betsy for all of their support for Pine Island Playhouse. We here are a community theater, completely nonprofit organization, and as you know, you came here and there's no price of admission. But what we do ask is if you really enjoy the show afterwards, that you'd be willing to give us some sort of donation. Every little bit helps to help build our sets, and help prep our costumes, and help do our summer camp, and all those fun things. So if you enjoyed yourself, I hope at the end you will give us a little something. Second thing I want to talk about is summer camp on the back of your programs. It talks about how our show for this season is The Jungle Book, and we meet every Saturday, and if you are interested for any of your children to be a part of our summer camp, you can see me during intermission or after the show, we can get you a form fill out. And I also wanted to give a special thanks to Nicole for stepping out of the director seat, and she is one of our actors and has allowed me to come in and direct for the first time for Pine Island Playhouse, and I'm very, very thankful for that. And finally, I want to thank all of you for coming out to support us. This is a very difficult show. Great tragedies are not something that everybody is able to just whip it together, and I had to really push the boundaries of all of our actors. We have actors as young as 8 years old, and then we have actors as old as older than 8. So it was something that we really struggled to put together, but at the end, I think that you guys will see how strong this entire cast is. So thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoy Medea.
To have come to the good ship Argo, near had shed its course to the Colchian land, through the misty blue Symplegades. Nor in the glens of Cudian would the pine fell to furnish with oars in the chieftain's hands, who went to fetch the golden fleece for Playhouse. For then, my mistress, Medea, never have sailed to the turrets of Aeolus. Her soul love of Jason smitten, nor did she have beguiled their daughters of Peleus to slay their father, to come here and land in common with her husband and children, where her exile found favor into his land she had come. But now, their love is often to hate, and tenderest ties are weak. For Jason hath betrayed his own children and my mistress dear for the love of a royal bride. For he hath wedded the daughter of Creon, borderless land. While Medea, his hapless wife, thus scorned, appeals to the oaths he swore, recalls the strong pledge his right hand gave, and bids heaven be witness to what requital she's finding from Jason. And here she lies, fasting, yielding her body to her grief, wasting away in tears ever since she learned she had been wronged by Jason. Never lifting her eye nor raising her face from off the ground, she lends as deaf an ear to her friend's warnings, as if she were a rock or ocean villa. Save when she turns her snow-white neck aside, and softly to herself bemoans her father dear, her country, and her home, which she gave up to come here with the man who now holds her in dishonor. And she, poor lady, hath by sad experience learned how good a thing it is never to quit one's native land. And she hates her children now, and feels no joy at seeing them. And I fear she may contrive she may plunge the keen sword through their hearts, stealing without a word into the chamber where their marriage shall be spread. Or else she will slay the prince and bridegroom too, still more grievous than the present. And verily the man who doth incur her hate have no easy task to raise o'er her song of triumph. But lo, her sons come from their childish sports, little layback of their mother's woes, but the soul of the young is no friend to sorrow.
What is thou? Ptolemy's own handmaid, stand here at the gate alone. Loudly lamenting to thyself thy piteous tale. How comes it that Medea will have thee leave her to herself?
O man, attendant on the sons of Jason, our master's fortunes when they go awry make good slaves grieve and touch their hearts. All have come to such a pitch of grief that their soul a yearning wish upon me to come forth hither and proclaim to heaven and earth my mistress's hard fate.
What? Has not the poor lady ceased yet from lamentation?
Would I were as thou art? The mischief is but now beginning. It has reached its climax yet.
Oh, foolish one, if I may call my mistress such a name, how little she recks of evil yet more recent.
What meanest, old man? Grudge not to tell me.
It is not. Do not pity even if the word is spoken.
Nay, by thy dear, I conjure thee, hide it not from my fellow slave. Will be silent if need be on that text.
I heard one say, pretending not to listen, as I approached the place where a graveyard sit, laying drunk, that Creon, the ruler of this land, is found driving these children and their mother from the boundaries of Karn. I know not whether the news is real or not, and faint it for long.
What? Will Jason brook such treatment of his sons, even though he be at variance with their mother?
Old ties he waits in the new. He bears no longer any love to this family.
Undone it seems, are we? If to old woes fresh ones we add, for ere we have drained the former to the dregs.
Hold thy peace. See not a word is here. It is no time for a mistress to learn hero.
O children, do ye hear how your father feels toward you? Perdition catch him. But no, he is my master still, yet he is proved the very traitor to his nearest and dearest.
And who amongst men is not? Are learning only now that every man cares more for himself than for his neighbor. Some for honest motives, others for mere gain's sake. Seeking that to indulge his passion, their father has ceased to love these children.
Go, children, within the house. All will be well. Do thou keep them as far away as may be. Bring them not near their mother in her evil hour, for ere have I seen her eyeing them savagely, as though she were minded to do them some hurt. At least may she turn her hand against her foes, and not against her friends.
Ah me, a wretched, suffering woman I! Oh, would that I could die!
'Tis as I said, my dear children, wild fancies stir her mother's heart, wild fury goes her on. Inside the house, without delay, bring them not near her mother. Approach her not. Beware her savage mood, the fell tempest of her reckless heart. In, but speed ye may, for ere she will soon redouble her fury. That cry is but the herald of the gathering storm cloud, whose lightning soon will flash. What will her proud, restless soul, in the anguish of despair, be guilty of?
Ah me, the agony I have suffered deep enough to call for these laments. Curse you and your father too, ye children damned, sons of a doomed mother. Ruin seized the whole family.
Ah me, the pity of it. Why, pray, do thy children share their father's crimes? Why hatest thou them? Woe is you, poor children. How do I grieve for you, lest you suffer some outrage? Strange are the tempers of princes, maybe because they seldom have to obey. Mostly, lord it above others, change they their moods with difficulty. At least, better than to have been trained to live on equal terms. Be it mine to reach old age, not in proud pomp, but in security, Moderation wins the day first, has a better word for men to use, and likewise a better course for them to pursue. But greatness, that doth o'erreach itself, pays a penalty of greater ruin whenever fortune is wroth with the family.
I heard the voice, uplifted loud, of the poor Corinthian lady, nor then is she quiet, speak aged age. As I stood by the house with the double gates, I heard a voice of weeping from within. Had I to plead for the sorrows of this house, for it hath won my love.
'Tis a house no more. All that has passed away since, the royal bride keeps Jason at her side, while Medea hides away in her bower, finding no comfort for her soul in aught her friends can say.
Oh, would that heaven's leaden fold would cleave this head in twain! To die and win release, quitting this loathed existence!
Didst hear? O Zeus, thou art, and thou, O light, the piteous note of woe the hapless wife is uttering. How could a yearning for that insatiate resting place ever hasten for thee, poor reckless one, and end that death alone could bring?
Never pray for that. And if thy Lord prefers a fresh love, be not angered with him for it. Zeus will judge twixt thee and him herein. Then mourn not for thy husband's lost your much, nor waste thyself away.
Great Themis and husband of Themis, behold what I am suffering. Though I did bind that cursed one, my husband, with strong oaths to me. Oh, to see him and his bride someday brought to utter destruction, that they presume to wrong me thus unprovoked. Oh, my father, my country that I left to my shame after slaying my own brother.
Do ye hear her words, how loudly she adjures Themis, oft invoked in Zeus, whom men regard as keeper of their oaths? On no mere trifle will our mistress spend her rage. If haply she lay aside her fierce fury and her temper stern, maybe she would go with us to listen to the words of the council. Never meet my zeal at any rate, deny my friends.
But go thou and bring her hither outside the house, and tell her this our friendly thought. Haste the ere she do show mischief to those inside the house, for this sorrow of hers is mounted high.
This will I do, but I doubt whether I shall persuade my mistress. Still willingly will I undertake this trouble for you. Albeit she glares upon her servant with the look of the lioness with cubs, when so anyone draws nigh to speak with her. Wert thou to call them in, with rude, uncultured boys, seeing as they devise their hymns for festive occasions, for banquets and to grace the board, the pleasure to catch the ear shed o'er our life. But no man hath found a way to the live-weighted grief. Whence arise slaughters, and fell strokes of fate to overthrow the homes of men. This were surely a gain to heal men's wounds by music's spell. But why tune their idle song, where rich banquets are spread? Where of itself doth the rich banquet spread out before them, afford to men delight.
I heard the bitter cry of lamentation, loudly, bitterly, as she calls on the traitor in her marriage bed, her perfidious spouse. By grievous wrongs oppressed, she invokes Themis, bride of Zeus, witness of oath who brought her into Hellas, the land that fronts the strand of Asia, o'er the sea by night, through ocean's boundless gates.
From the house I have come forth, Corinthian citizens, for fear lest ye be blamed. For well I know that amongst men, they by showing pride have gotten an ill name and a reputation for indifference, both those who shun men's gaze and those who move amid the stranger crowd, and likewise they who choose a quiet walk in life. For there is no just discernment in the eyes of men, for they, or ever they, have surely learnt their neighbor's heart, loathe him at first sight, though never wronged by him. And so a stranger most of all should adopt a city's views. Nor do I commend the citizen who, with the stubbornness of his heart from churlishness, resents the city's will. But on me hath fallen this unforeseen disaster, and sapped my life. Ruined I am, and long to resign the boon of existence, kindness, and die. For he was all the world to me, as well thou knowest, hath turned out the worst of men. My own husband. Of all things that have life and sense, we women are the most hapless creatures. First must we buy a husband at a great price, and o'er ourselves a tyrant set, which is an evil worse than the first. But herein lies the most important issue, whether our choice be good or bad. For divorce is not honorable amongst women, nor can we disown our lords. Next must the wife, coming as she does, to ways and customs new, since she hath never learned lessons in her home, have a diviner's eye, to see how best to treat the partner of her life. If happily we perform these tasks with thoroughness and tact, and the husband live with us without resenting the yoke, our life is a happy one. If not, 'twere best to die. But when a man is vexed with what he finds indoors, he goeth forth and rids his soul of its disgust, betaking to him some friend or comrade of like age, whilst we must needs regard his single self. And yet they say we live secure at home, while they are at the wars with their sorry reasoning. For I would gladly make my stand in battle array 3 times over than once give birth. But enough. This language suits not thee as it does me. Thou hast a city here, some joy in life, and friends to share thy thoughts. But I am destitute, without a city, and therefore scorned by my husband. A captive I from a foreign shore, with no mother, brother, or kinsman in whom to find a new haven of refuge in this calamity. For this one boon, and only this I wish to win from thee, thy silence. Happily I can devise some plans to devise against my husband for this cruel treatment. And on the man who gave to him his daughter, and on her who was his wife. Though a woman be timorous enough in all else, as regards courage a coward at the mere sight of steel. The moment she finds her honor wronged, her heart is filled with deadlier thoughts than hers.
This will I do, for thou wilt be taking a just vengeance on thy husband, Medea. That thou shouldst mourn thy lot surprises me not. But lo, I see Creon, king of this land, coming hither to announce a new resolve.
Hark, Medea, I bid thee, take those sullen looks and angry thoughts towards thy husband, forth from this land into exile, and banish both of thy children with thee, and do this without delay. For I am the judge, and this is my sentence, and I will not return home until I have banished thee from the borders of this land.
Oh me, now is utter destruction come upon me, unhappy that I am. Nor have I any landing place to come in my trouble. Yet for all my wretched plight I ask thee, Creon, wherefore dost thou drive me from the land?
I fear thee, no longer need have read my words. Many things contribute to my fear. Thou art a witch by nature, capable of numerous sorceries, and thou art still chafing over the loss of affection for thy husband. I hear, and so I have been told, that thou hast made threats against the father of the bride, her husband, and herself in some sort of mischief. Therefore, I must take precautions ere these troubles come. For it is better for me to incur thy hatred now, lady, than to soften my heart and bitterly repent it thereafter.
Alas, this is not the first time, O Creon, hath my reputation injured me and caused sore mischief. Wherefore, whoso is wise in his generation ought never to have his children taught to be too clever. For besides the reputation they get for idleness, they purchase bitter odium from the citizens. For if thou shouldst import new learning amongst dullards, thou wilt be thought useless trifler void of knowledge. While if thy fame in city o'ertops that of the pretenders to cunning knowledge, thou wilt win their dislike. I too myself share this ill luck. Some think me clever and hate me. Others say I'm too reserved, and some the very reverse. Others find me hard to please and not so very clever after all. Be that hast made, thou dost fear me lest I bring on thee something to mar thy harmony. Fear me not, Creon. My position scarce is such that should seek to quarrel with princes. Why should I? For how hast thou injured me? Thou hast betrothed thy child where thy fancy prompted thee. No, it is my husband I hate. Though I doubt not thou hast acted wisely herein. And now I grudge not thy prosperity. Betroth thy child. Good luck to thee. But let me abide in this land. For though I have been wronged, I will be still and yield to my superiors.
Thy words are soft to hear, but I dread thou art still conniving some sort of mischief in thy heart. And less than ever now do I trust thee. For cunning woman and man likewise are far easier to guard against when ill-tempered than taciturn. Nay, I say, be gone, speak me no speeches, for this is decree. Nor hast thou any art where thou shalt abide amongst them, for thou hatest me.
Say not so. By thy knees and by thy daughter newly wed I do implore.
Thou wastest words that will never persuade me.
What? Wilt thou banish me into my prayers no pity yield?
I will, for I do not love thee above my family.
Oh, my country, what fond memories I have of thee in this hour.
My city I love best of all, but not above thee.
Me, oh man, how dread scourges love.
That, I deem, is according to the turn our fortunes take.
Oh, Zeus, let not the author of these my troubles escape thee.
Be gone, free me from my toil.
The toil is mine, no lack of it.
Soon thou wilt be forced out by the hands of servants.
I entreat thee, Creon.
It seems that thou wilt cause disturbance yet.
Be gone. I ask thee not this boon to grant.
Then why this violence? Why dost thou depart?
Suffer me to abide this single day, so I can devise some plan for the manner of my exile and means of living for my children, since their father cares not to provide for his babes therewith. Thou too hast children of thine own. Thou too needs must have a kindly heart. For my own lot I care not, though I an exile am. But for those babes I weep that they should learn what sorrow means.
Mine by nature is anything but harsh. Oft yet, showing pity, having suffered shipwreck, albeit I've seen the error of my ways. Thou shalt gain this request, lady. But be forewarned, if morning sun rises upon thee and thy children within the borders of this land, thou diest! My words have been spoken, they do not lie. Now abide as thee must, this one last day. For within it thou canst do the evil deeds that I dread.
Ah, poor lady, woe is thee! Alas for thy sorrows! Whither wilt thou turn? What protection, what home or country to save thee from thy troubles wilt thou find? O Medea, if but a hopeless sea of misery hath heaven plunged upon thee.
On all sides sorrow pins me in. Who shall gainsay this? Yet all is not yet lost. Think not so. Still are there troubles in store for the bride, and for the bridegroom no light to toil. Dost think I would have ever fawned on yonder man, lest gain some end or form some scheme? Nay, would not so much as have spoken to him or touched him with my hand. But he has in his folly so far stepped in, that though he might have checked my plot by banishing me from the land, he hath allowed me to abide this day, in which I will lay low in death 3 of my enemies, a father and his daughter, and my husband too. Now though I have many ways to compass their deaths, friends, I am not sure which I am to try first. Shall I set fire to the bridal mansion, or should I plunge the whetted sword, softly stealing into their chamber where their couches spread? One thing stands in my way. If I am caught making my way into the chamber intent on my design, I shall be put to death. For best to try the shortest way, the way we women are most skilled in, by poison to destroy them. Or suppose them dead. What city will receive me? friendly host will give me a shelter in his land, a home secure and save my soul alive. None. So I will wait yet a little while in case some tower of defense rise up for me. Then will I proceed to the bloody deed in crafty silence. But if some unexpected mischance drive me forth, I will with mine own hand seize the sword and slay them, even though I die for it, and go forth on my bold path of daring. By that dread queen, whom I revere before all others, and have chosen to share my task, by Hecate, who dwells in my inmost chamber, not one of them shall wound my heart and rue it not. Bitter and sad shall I make their marriage for them. Bitter shall be the wooing of it. Bitter my exile from the land. Up then, Medea. Spare not the secrets of thy art in plotting and devising. Now comes the struggle needing courage. Dost see what thou art suffering? 'Tis not for thee to be made a laughing stock to the race of Sisyphus by reason of this wicking of Jason, sprung as thou art from noble sire and of the sun god's race. Thou hast cunning, and more than this, we women by nature, little apt for virtuous deeds, are most expert to fashion any mischief.
Back to their source, the holy rivers turn their tide. Order in the universe their being reversed. 'Tis men whose counsels are treacherous, whose oath by heaven is no longer sure. Rumor shall bring a change o'er my life, bringing it into good rapture. Honor's dawns breaking through woman's sex. No more shall the foul tongue slander fix upon us.
The songs of the poets of old shall cease to make our faithlessness their theme. Phoebus, Lord of Minstrelsy, hath not implanted in our minds the gift of heavenly song. Else had I answered hearing the strain to always the males.
With mind distraught, didst thou thy father's house desert, upon thy voyage betwixt ocean's twin rocks, and on a foreign shore thou dwellest, thy bed left husbandless. Poor lady, thou an exile from this land, dishonored, persecuted.
God's the grace that oaks once had. Through all the breadth of hell's honor is found no more. Heaven hath it sped away. To thee no father's house is open. Woe is thee! To be a haven from the troublous storm, while o'er thy home set a new queen, the bride that is preferred to thee.
It's not now I first remark, but oft ere this, how unruly, a pest, is a harsh temper. For instance, hadst thou but patiently endured the will of thy superiors, mightst have remained here in this land and house. But for thy idle words wilt thou be banished. Thy words are not to me. Cease not to call Jason basest of men. But for those words thou hast spoken against our rulers, count it all gain that exile is thy only punishment. I ever tried to check the outbursts of the angry monarch, and would have had thee stay. But thou wouldst not forego thy silly rage, always reviling our rulers. And so thou wilt be banished. Yet even after all this, I weary not of my good will, but am come with thus much forethought, lady, that thou mayest not be destitute nor want for aught, but with thy sons thou art cast out. Many evil doth exile bring in its train. Yet even though thou hatest me, never will I harbor hard thoughts for thee.
Thou craven villain, for that is the only name my tongue can find for thee. Foul reproach on thy unmanliness, comest thou to me, thou, most hated foe of gods, of me, and of all mankind. 'Tis no proof of courage or hardihood to confront thy friends after injuring them. That worst of all human diseases, loss of shame. Thou hast done well to come, for I shall ease my soul by reviling thee, and thou wilt be vexed at my recital. I will begin at the very beginning. I saved thy life, as every Hellene knows who sailed with thee aboard the good ship Argo, when thou wert sent to tame and yoke fire-breathing and so the deadly tip. Yea, and I slew the dragon which guarded the golden fleece, keeping sleepless watch over many a breezy corner. And I raised for thee a beacon of deliverance. Father and home of my free will I left, and came with thee to Iolcos, neath Pelias' hills. Next, I caused the death of Peleus, by a doom most grievous, even by his own children's hand, beguiling them of all their fear. All this have I done for thee, thou traitor, and thou hast cast me over and taken to thyself a new bride, though children have been born to us. Hadst thou been childless still, I might have pardoned this desire for a new union. God is now the trust I put in oaths. I cannot even understand whether thou thinkest the gods of old no longer rule, or that fresh decrees are now in vogue amongst mankind. For thy conscience must tell thee, thou hast not kept faith with me. Poor right hand which thou didst often grasp, these knees thou didst embrace, all in vain. I suffered a traitor to touch me. Sure of my hopes I am fallen. But come, I will treat thee as though thou wert my friend. Yet what kindness can I expect to find in one so base as thee? But yet I will do it, for my questioning will show thee yet more base. Whither can I turn me now? To my father's house? To mine own home, which I for thee deserted to come hither? To the hapless daughters of Peleus? A glad welcome I trow would they give me in their home, whose father's death I compassed. My case stands even thus. I am become the bitter foe to those of mine own home, and those I meet there have wronged. I have made mine enemies to pleasure thee. Wherefore to reward me for this, thou hast made me doubly blessed in the eyes of many wife in Hellas, and in thee I own a peerless, trusty lord. Woe is me, if indeed I am to be cast forth in exile without one friend, one lone woman with her babes forlorn. Yea, a fine reproach to thee in thy wedding hour, that thy children and the wife who saved thy life are beggars and vagabonds. O Zeus, why hast thou granted unto man clear signs to know the sham and gold, when on man's brow no brand is stamped whereby to gauge the villain's heart?
There is something terrible and past all cure when quarrels arise, twixt those who are near and dear.
Needs must I now, it seems, turn order, like a good helmsman on a ship with close reefed sails, like that wearisome tongue of thine. Now I believe, since thou wilt exaggerate thy favors, that to Cypri alone, above God or men, do I owe the safety of my voyage. Thou hast a subtle wit enough. It were a hateful thing for me to say that the love God constrained thee with his resistless shaft to save my life. However, I will not reckon this too nicely. 'Twas kindly done, however thou didst serve me. But for my safety thou hast received more than ever thou gavest, as I will show. First, thou dwellest in Hellas, instead of thy barbarian land. And thou hast learned what justice means. To live by law, not the dictates of brute force. And all the Hellenes recognize thy cleverness. Thou hast gained a name. Whereas if thou hadst dwelt on the confines of the earth, no tongue had mentioned thee. Give me no gold within my halls, nor skill to sing a fairer strain than ever Orpheus sang, unless therewith my fame be spread abroad. So much I say to thee about my own toils, when 'twas thou didst challenge me to this retort. And as for the taunts thou urgest against my marriage, I will prove to thee first that I am prudent herein. Next, chasten to my love, and last a powerful friend to thee and thy sons. Only hold thy peace, since I have herein withdrawn from Iolcos with many a hopeless troubles on my back. What happier device could I, an exile frame, than marriage with the daughter of the king? It is not that I loathe thee for my wife, the thought that rankles in thy heart. It is not that I am smitten with desire for a new bride, Nor yet that I am eager to vie with others in begetting many children. The ones that I do have are quite enough, and I do not complain. Nay, 'tis that we, and this is most important, may dwell in comfort, instead of suffering want. While I know that every willing friend avoids the poor, that I might raise my sons as doth befit my house. And further, that I might be the father of brothers for the sons thou hast born, and raise them to the same high rank, thus uniting the family in one to my lasting bliss. Have I miscarried here? Surely not even thou would say so, unless a rival's charm rank within thy bosom. But you women have such strange ideas, that you think all is well so long as your married life runs smooth. But if some mischance occur and ruffles thy love, all that was beautiful and lovely erst you reckon as your foes. Yea, men should have begotten children from some other source, no female race existing. Thus would no evil have fallen on mankind.
This speech, O Jason, hast thou with specious art arranged, but yet I think albeit in speaking, I am indiscreet that thou hast sinned in thy betrayal of thy wife.
No doubt I differ from the mass of men on many points, for to my mind whoso hath skill to fence with words in an unjust cause incurs the heaviest penalty. For such an one, confident that he can cast a decent veil over his injustice, dares to practice it. And yet he is not so clever after all. So do not thou put forth thy specious pleas and clever words to me now, for one word of mine will lay thee low. Hadst thou not had a villain's heart, thou wouldst have gained my consent, then made this match instead of hiding it from the one who loved thee.
Thou wouldst have been ready, no doubt, in this proposal, seeing that not even now canst thou restrain thy soul's hot fury.
This was not to restrain thee, but thine eye was turned towards old age, and a foreign wife began to appear ashamed to thee.
Be well assured of this. 'Twas not for the woman's sake that I wed the king's daughter, my present wife. But as I have already told thee, I wish to ensure thy safety, to be the father of sons bound by royal blood, to our own children, a bulwark to my house.
May that prosperity whose end is woe ne'er be mine, nor such any wealth as would ever sting my heart.
Change that prayer, as I will teach thee, thou wilt show more wisdom. Never let happiness appear in sorrow's guise, nor when thy fortune smiles, pretend she frowns.
My God, thou hast a place of refuge here. I am alone, an exile soon to be.
Thy only free choice was this. Blame no one else.
What did I do? Marry and betray thee?
Against the king thou didst invoke an impious curse.
And thy house too? Maybe I bring the curse.
I will no further dispute this point with thee. But if thou wilt somewhat of my fortune take, to help thy children, or thyself, an exile, say on, for I am ready to grant it with ungrudging hand. Yea, to bend tokens to those elsewhere who shall treat me well. If thou refuse this offer, thou wilt do a foolish deed.
I will have naught to do with friends of thine. Naught will I receive of thee. Offer it not to me. A villain's gifts can bring no blessing.
At least I am ready to call the gods to witness that I am ready in all things to serve thee and thy sons. Thou dost scorn my favors and thrustest thy friends stubbornly away, whereas thy lot will be more bitter still.
Away! By love of thy young bride entrapped, too long now lingerest outside her chamber. Go wed, for if God will, thou shalt have such a marriage as thou wouldst fain refuse.
When in excess and past all limits love doth come, should demand. But if the cryptic queen and mother might approach, no goddess is as full as charmed as she. Never, oh never, lady mine, discharge at me from thy golden bow, a shaft invincible, in passion's venom dipped.
On me may chastity, and its fairest gift, look with a favoring eye. But never may Cyprus, goddess dread, fasten on me a temper to dispute, or restless jealousy, smiting my soul with a mad desire for unlawful love. But she have a peaceful married life, and shrewdly decide when each of us shall wed.
O my country, O my own dear home, God grant that I may never become an outcast from my city, leading that cruel and helpless life, whose every day is misery. Hear that I made this life complete and yield death, aye, death. For there is no misery doth surpass the loss of fatherland.
I have seen with mine eyes, nor from the lips of others have I the lesson learned. No city, not one friend doth pity thee in thine awful woe. May he perish and find no favor, whoso hath not honor for his friends, freely unlocking his heart to them. Never shall he be friend of mine.
Oh, hail, Medea! No man knows fairer prelude to the greeting of friends than this.
All hail to thee likewise, Aegis, wise son of Pandion. Whence comest thou to this land?
From Phoebus' ancient oracle,
What took thee on thy travels to the prophetic center of the earth?
the wish to ask how I might raise up seed unto myself.
Pray, tell me, hast thou till now dragged on a childless life?
I have no child, owing to the visitation of some god.
Hast thou a wife, or hast thou never known the married state?
I have a wife joined to me in wedlock's bond.
What said Phoebus to thee as to children?
Words too subtle for man to comprehend.
Surely I may learn the god's answer.
Most assuredly, for it is just thy subtle wit it needs.
What said the god? Speak if I may hear it.
He bade me not loose the wineskin's pendant neck,
Till when? What must thou do first? What country visit?
till I to my native home return.
What object hast thou in sailing to this land?
Or treason's realm is piteous king.
Pelops' son. A man god, they say.
To him I fain would impart the oracle of the god.
The man is shrewd, and versed in such like lore.
Aye, and to me the dearest of all my warrior friends.
Good luck to thee. Success to all thy wishes.
But why? That downcast eye, that wasted cheek.
O Aegis, my husband has proved most evil.
What means thou? Explain to me clearly the cause of thy despondency.
Jason is wronging me, though I have given him no cause.
What have he done? Tell me more clearly.
He is taking another wife to succeed me as mistress to his house.
Can he have brought himself to such a dastard deed?
He is sure thereof. I, whom he loved and of yore, am in dishonor now.
Hath he found a new love, or does he loathe thy bed?
Much in love is he. A traitor to his friend is he become.
Enough, if he is a villain as thou sayest.
The alliance he is much enamored of is with the princess.
Who gives his daughter to him? Go on, I pray.
Creon, who is lord of this land of Corinth.
Lady, I can well pardon thy grief.
I am undone. And more than this, am banished from the land.
By whom? Fresh woe this word of thine enfolds.
Creon drives me forth in exile from Corinth.
Doth Jason allow it? This too I blame him for.
Not in words, but he will not speak out against it. Oh, I implore thee, by thy spirit, and by thy knees in suppliant in posture, pity, oh pity my sorrows. Do not see me cast forth forlorn, but receive me to thy land, to a seat within thy halls. So may thy wish by heaven's grace be crowned with a full harvest of offspring, and may thy life close in happiness. Thou knowest not what rare good luck thou findest here, for I shall make thy childlessness to cease and cause thee to beget fair any issue. So potent are the spells I know.
Lady, on many grounds I am most fain to grant thee this thy boon. First for the God's sake. Next, for the children whom thou promised I shall beget. For in respect of this, I am completely lost. 'Tis thus with me. If ever thou reach my land, I will attempt to champion thee as I am bound to do. Only this warning I do give thee first, lady. I will not from this land bear thee away. Yet if of thyself thou reach my halls, there shalt thou abide in safety. And I will yield thee up to no man. But from this land, escape without my aid, for I have no wish to incur the blame of my allies as well.
It shall be even so. Wouldst thou pledge thy word to this? I should in all be well content with thee.
Surely thou must trust me, or is there naught that troubles thee?
Thee I trust, but Peleus' house and Creon are my foes. Wherefore, if thou art bound by an oath, thou wilt not give me up to them when they come to drag me from thy land. And after having entered into this compact and sworn by the heavens, thou wilt disregard their overtures. Weak is in the aid of mine, whilst they have wealth in the princely house.
Lady, thy words show much foresight. So if this is thy will, I do not refuse. For I shall feel secure and safe if I have some pretext to offer thy foes, and thy case too the firmer stands. Now name thy gods.
Swear by the plane of the earth, by Helios, my father's sire, and in one comprehensive oath by all the race of gods.
By earth I swear, by the sun god's holy beam, and by all the hosts of heaven, that I will stand fast to the terms I hear thee make.
It is enough. If thou shouldst break this oath, what curse dost thou invoke upon thyself?
Whatever betides the impious.
Go in peace, and I with what speed I may will to thy city come when I have brought my purpose and obtained my wish.
May Maia's princely son go with thee to come thy way to thy home, and mayest thou attain heart on which thy soul is set so firmly. Thou seemest a generous man. Hold he is.
O Zeus and justice, child of Zeus and sun gods like, now will triumph o'er my foes, kind friends. On victory's road have I set forth. Good hope have I of wreaking vengeance on those I hate. For where we were in most distress, this stranger hath appeared to be a haven in my counsels. To him will we make fast the cables of our ship when we come to the city and town of Pallas. But enough. Now will I explain to thee my plans in full. Do not expect to hear a pleasant tale. A servant of mine will I to Jason send and crave an interview. And when he comes, will address him with soft words, say, "That is well, and this pleases me." And even the marriage with this princess that my treacherous lord is celebrating, and add, "This suits us both. 'Twas well thought out." And then will I entreat that here my children may abide. Not that I mean to leave them in a hostile land for their foes to flout, but that I may slay the princess by guile. For by the children's hands I will send her gifts, a robe of finest woof, and a chaplet of gold. And if she take these ornaments and put them on, miserably shall she die. Likewise anyone who touches her, with such fell poison shall I smear my gifts. But here I put this scene, and I shudder at the deed that I must do next. For I shall slay the children I have borne. There are none shall take them from my toils. I cannot endure the taunts of enemies, friends. Enough. What gain is life to me? I have no country, home, or refuge left. Oh, I did wrong that hour. I left my father's home, persuaded by that Helene's words, who now shall pay the penalty. Never shall he again see alive the children I have borne to him, nor from his new bride shall he beget issue. For she must die a hideous death, slain by my drugs. Let no one deem me a poor, weak woman who sits with folded hands, but of another mold, dangerous to foes and well-disposed to friends. For they win the fairest fame who live in life like me.
Since thou hast imparted this
trust. No word of my plans divulge. For thou art loyal to thy mistress, and likewise of my sex.
There will now be a 10-minute intermission.
Sons of Hercules, heroes happy from whom you are, children of the blessed gods, fed on wisdom's glorious food in a holy land, never pillaged by its foes. Even with a sprightly step through a climate right and clear, where, as legend tells, the muses nine, Peoria's holy maids were brought to birth by Harmonia with the golden hair.
And poets sing how Cyprus, drawing water from streams of fire-glowing Cephasus, breathe o'er the land in gentle breeze of balmy wind. Never as she crowns her tresses with a garland of sweet rosebuds, to send forth the loves, to take part in every excellence.
How then shall the city of sacred streams, the land on which it welcomes those it loves, receive thee, thy murderers of thy own children, whose pollution with others is pollution?
Where shall hand or heart find hardihood enough in wreaking such a fearsome deed upon thy sons? How wilt they look upon thy babes, without a tear retain thy bloody purpose? Thou canst not, when they fall at thy feet for mercy, steal thy heart and dip in their blood thy hand.
I am come at thy bidding, for we know thy hate for me is bitter. Thou shalt not fail at this small boon. But I will hear what new request thou hast to make of me, lady.
Jason, I crave thy pardon for the words I spoke. For well thou mayest brook my burst of passion. For ere now we twain have shared much love. For I have reasoned with my soul, and railed upon me thus. Ah, poor heart, why am I thus distraught? Why so angered against all good advice? Why have I come to hate the rulers of the land, and my husband, who does the best for me he can in wedding with the princess, and rearing for my children noble brothers? Shall I not cease to fret? What possesses me when heaven its best doth offer? Have I not my children to consider? Do I forget that we are fugitives in need of friends? When I had thought all this, I saw how foolish I had been, how senselessly enraged. So now do commend thee and think thee most wise in forming these connections for us. But I was mad. I, who should have shared on these designs, helped on thy plans, lent my aid to bring about the match, and too pleased to wait upon thy bride. But we are what we are, we women. Evil I will not say. Wherefore thou shouldst not sink to our sorry level, nor with our weapons meet our childishness. But I yield and do confess that I was wrong then. But I have come to a better mind. Children, come hither. Come from the house. Step forth and greet farewell to your father. Be reconciled for all past bitterness unto your friends as your mother is. For we have made a truce and anger is no more. Take his right hand.
praise this conduct. How can I blame what is past? For it is but natural for the female sex to vent their spleens against husbands trafficking in other marriages besides his own. But thy heart is on to wiser schemes, and thou art determined on the better course. Late though it may be, this is acting like a woman of sober sense. And as for you, my sons, hath your father provided with all surety a great refuge by God's grace. For ye, I trow, shall share with your brothers hereafter this foremost rank in the Corinthian realm. When you grow up, for all your sires, that whoso of the gods is kind to us is bringing to pass. May I see you reach man's full estate, high o'er the heads of those I hate. But thou, lady, why with fresh tears dost thou thine eyelids wet? Turning a wan cheek away with these my happy tidings.
It is not. Upon these children my thoughts were turned.
And take heart, for I will see that it is well with them.
I will do so. Nor will I doubt thy word. Woman is a weak creature, ever given to tears.
Prithee, unhappy one, why dost thou moan o'er these children?
I gave them birth. And when thou didst pray long life for them, pity entered into my soul to think that these things must be. But the reason of thy coming hither is partly told. The rest will now I mention. Since it is the pleasure of the rulers of the land to banish me, were best not to stand in the way of thee or the rulers by dwelling here. Enemy as I am thought unto their house, forth from the land in exile I am going. But these children, that they may know thy fostering hand, beg Creon to remit their banishment.
I doubt whether I can persuade him. Yet must I attempt it.
At least do thou bid thy wife ask her sire this boon, to remit the exile of the children from the land.
That will I, and her methinks I can persuade, since she is woman like the rest.
I too will aid thee in this task, but by the children's hands I will send her gifts that far surpass in beauty. For while I know aught that is now seen amongst men, a robe of finest tissue, and a chaplet of chaste gold. But one of my attendants must haste and bring the ornaments hither. Happy shall she be, not once, but 10,000-fold. For in me she wins the noblest soul to share her love, and gets these gifts as well, which on a day my father, sire, the sun god, hath bestowed upon his descendants. Children, take these gifts into your hands, bearing them as an offering to the royal maid, the happy bride. For verily the gifts she shall receive are not to be scorned.
Why so rashly rob thyself of these gifts? Dost think that a royal palace wants for gold or robes? Keep them, nor give them to another. For well I know that if my lady holds me in esteem, she would set my price above all will.
Say not so. 'Tis said that gifts tempt even gods, and o'er men's mind gold holds more potent sway than countless words. Fortune smiles upon thy bride, and now heaven doth swell her triumph. Youth is hers and princely power. Yet to save my children I would barter life, not cross alone. My children, when you come to the rich palace, pray your father's bride, my mistress, with suppliant voice to save you from exile, offering her these gifts the while. For it is most needful that she receive the gifts in her own hand. Now go and linger not, and to your mother bring back the glad tidings she fain would hear.
Gone, gone is every hope I had that the children yet might live. For to their doom they now proceed, the hapless bride take. Aye, taking the golden crown to be her room. With her own hand, she will place upon her golden locks the garniture of death.
Its grace and sheen divine will tempt her to put on the robe and crown of gold, and in that act she will deck herself to be a bride amid the dead. Such is the snare whereinto she will fall, such is the deadly doom that waits the hapless maid, and nor shall she from the curse escape.
Now, poor wretch, the sorrow art when the king's daughter. Little thinkest of the doom thou art bringing on thy children's life. With the cruel death that awaits thy bride. Woe is thee, how art fallen from this high estate.
Next do I bewail thy sorrows, O mother hapless in thy children, thou who wilt slay thy babes because thou hast a rival. The babes thy husband hath deserted impiously to join him to another bride.
Thy children made your exile free, and gladly did the royal bride accept thy gifts in her own hands, and so thy children made thy peace with her. Why art so disquiet in thy crossed brow? Why turnest thy cheek away? Hast no welcome for my glad news? These groans fail accord with these, I bring.
Oh me, once more I say,
Have I really announced evil tidings? Have I erred, thinking my news was good?
News is as it is, I blame thee not.
Then why this town has I, these floods of tears?
Old friend, needs must I weep, for the gods and I with fell intent devise these schemes.
Be of good cheer, thou too of surety shalt by thy son needy brought home again.
Ere that I shall bring others to their home. Woe is me.
Thou art not the only mother from thy children now. Bear patiently the troubles of the mortal life.
I will obey. Go thou within the house and make the day's provisions for the children. My babes, ye still have a city and a home, where far from me and my son Lot you live your lives, reft of your mother forever, while I must to another land of banishment. Forever have I had my joy of you, or lived to see you happy. Forever have I graced your marriage couch, your bride, your bridal bower, or lifted high the waving torch. For me, a victim of my own self-will. So it was all in vain I reared you, my sons. In vain did suffer, racked with anguish, enduring the cruel pangs of childbirth. But ye shall never again see your mother more. For all your life there comes a change. Mommy, why do you look at me so? Why smile that last sweet smile? What am I to do? My heart gives way when I behold my children's laughing eyes. I will not do it. Farewell to all my former schemes. I will take the children from the land the babes I bore. Why should I wound their sire by wounding them and get me a twofold measure of woe? I will not do it. Farewell my scheming. And yet, what possesses me? Can I consent to let those foes of mine escape from punishment and incur their mockery? I must do this deed. Out upon my craven heart to think that I would even let the soft words escape my soul. Into the house, children! And whoso feels he must not be present at my sacrifice must see to it himself. I must do this deed. Do not, my heart. Do not do this deed. Let the children go, unhappy ones, spare the babes. For if they live, they will cheer thee in our exile there. Nay, by the fiends of hell's abyss, never, never will I hand them over to their foes to mock and flout. Die they must in any case, and since 'tis so, why I, the mother who bore them, will give the fatal blow. In any case their doom is fixed, and there is no escape. already the crown is on her head and the robe is round her, and she is dying, the royal bride. That know I full well. But since I have a piteous path to tread, and more piteous still the path I sing my children on, fain would I say farewell to them. Oh, my babes! My babes! That your mother kissed your hands. Oh, hands I love so well. Oh, the soft young cheek, the fragrant breath. And children, go, leave me. I can no longer bear to look upon ye. For sorrow wins the day. At last I understand the awful deed that must be done. What passion, what cause of direst woes, the mortal man hath triumphed o'er my sober thoughts.
Often now have I pursued stumbling themes and faced greater issues than woman's sex should seek to throw. But then we inspired a culture, which dwells with us to teach us wisdom. I say not all, for small is the cost amongst women. And amongst mortals I do assert that those who are wholly without experience would never have children, far as the path to happiness, those who are parents. Parents, because they have never proved whether children grow up to be a blessing or a curse to men, are removed from all share in many troubles. Whilst those who have a sweet race of children growing up in their houses do wear away, as I perceive, their whole life through. First, how they may train them up in virtue. Next, how they shall give their sons the means to live. And after all this, 'tis far from clear whether on good or bad children they bestow their toil. But one last crowning woe for every mortal man will name. Suppose they have found sufficient means to live, and seen their children grow up and walk in virtue's path. Still, if fortune so befall, comes death and bears the children's bodies off to Hades, can it be any profit to the gods to heap upon this mortal man a further grief for children lost, a grief surpassing all?
My friends, long have I waited expectantly to know how things at the palace would chance. And lo, I see one of Jason's servants coming hither, whose hurried gasps for breath proclaim him the bearer of some fresh tidings.
Fly! Fly! Medea! Who has rocketed off the feet, train pressing every law, nor leave behind nor seaborne bark or cart that scours the plain.
Why? What hath chanced that calls for such a flight of mine?
The princess is dead, a moment gone, and Creon too, her sire, slain by those drugs of thine.
Tidings most fair are thine. Henceforth shalt thou be ranked amongst my friends and benefactors.
Ha! What? Art saying? Lady, who hears with joy the outrage to the royal house done, and art not in a horrid tale afraid?
So what have I to say in answer to thy words? But be not so hasty, friend, but tell the manner of their death, for thou wouldst give me double joy if so they perished miserably.
When the children twain, who thou didst bear, came with their father and entered the palace of the bride, right glad were we thralls who shared thy griefs, for instantly from ear to ear a rumor spread that thou and thy lord made up your former quarrels. One kissed thy children's hands, another their golden hair, while I, for very joy, went with them to the woman's chambers, our mistress, whom we do now revere in thy room, cast a longing glance at Jason. Ere she saw the children twain, then she veiled her eyes and turned her blanching cheek, disgusted at their coming. But thy husband tried to check his young bride's angry humor with these words, "Oh, be not angered against thy friends. Cease from wrath, and once more turn thy face this way, and count thy friends, whom so thy husband counts. and accept these gifts, and for my sake, crave thy sire to remit these children's exile. As soon as she saw the ornaments, no longer she held out, but yielded to her lord in all. And ere the father and his sons were soon far from the palace gone, she took the broidered robe and put it on, and placed the golden crown about her head, raising her hair in her bright mirror with many a smiles at her breathless counterfeit. Then rising from her seat, she passes across the chamber, tripping lightly on her fair white foot, exulting in the gift, with many a look at her uplifted ankle, when lo, a scene of awful horror did ensue. In a moment, she turned pale, reeled backwards, trembling in every limb, and sinks upon a seat, soon scarce enough to save herself from falling to the ground. An aged dame, one of her company, thinking belike it was a fit from Pan or some godsend, raised a cry of prayer, till from her mouth she saw the foam flakes issue, her eyeballs rolling in their sockets, and all the blood from her face desert. And then did she raise a loud scream, far different from her former cry. Forthwith, one bridesmaid rushed to her father's house, another to her new bridegroom to tell him of his bride's sad fate, while the whole house echoed with her running to and fro. By this time, when a quick walker had made the turn in a course of 6 plethora and reached the goal, and then she with one awful shriek awoke, poor sufferer, from her speechless trance, and oft her closed eyes, for against her a twofold anguish was warring. The chaplet of gold about her head was sending forth a wondrous stream of raving flame. Why, the fine brunette, thy children's gift, was preying haplessly on the maiden's fair white flesh. And then she gets from her seat and seeks to fly in a place, and shakes her head to and fro, this way and that, to cast the crown therefrom. But the gold held firm, and the flames, as she shook her locks, blazed forth the more with double fury. And then to the earth she sinks, by the cruel blow overcome, past all recognition, now safe to her father's eyes, for her eyes lost their tranquil gaze, her face no more its natural look preserved, and from the crown of her head, blood and fire in a mingled stream ran down, and from her bones the flesh kept peeling off beneath the gnawing of the secret drugs, even as when the pine tree weeps its tears in the pitch. A fearsome sight to see, for all were afraid to touch the corpse, for we were warned by what had chanced. Anon comes her hapless father unto the house, all unwitting of her doom, and stumbles over her dead, and loud he cries, folding his arms about her, kissing her with words like these, "Oh, my poor, poor child, which of these gods have destroyed thus deep valley? Whom is robbing me of thee, old as I am, and ripe for death? Oh, my child, at last, could I die with thee?" He ceased his sad lament, and would have raised his ageless frame, but found himself held fast by the fine spun robe as ivy that clings to the branches of the vane. And then ensued a fearful struggle, for he strove to rise, but she still held him back. And ever if he pulled with all his might, from off his bones, his aegis flesh he tore. At last he gave it up, and breathed forth his soul in an awful suffering, for he could no longer master the pain. So there they lie, daughter and aged sire, dead side by side. A grievous sight that calls for tears. And as for thee, I leave thee out of my consideration, for thyself must discover a means to escape punishment. Not now, for the first time, I think this human life a shadow. And yea, without shrieking, I will say it amongst men who pretend to wisdom and extend deep thought on words, do incur a serious charge of folly. For amongst men, no man is happy. Wealth may pour in and make one luckier than the other, none can happy be.
This stay, deity, it seems, will master and chasten as he well deserves. Heavy loaded evil, woe is thee. Daughter of Creon, we pity thy sad fate. Gone as thou art to Hades' halls, as thy price of thy marriage with Jason.
My friends, I am resolved upon the deed. And at once I will slay my children and then leave this land, without delaying long enough to hand them over to some more savage hand to butcher. O heart of mine, steel thyself. Take the sword, thou wretched hand of mine. Take it and advance to the post whence starts thy life of sorrow. Away with cowardice. This one brief day, forget thy children dear, and after that lament. For though thou wilt slay them yet, they were thy darlings dear, and I am a lady of sorrows.
O earth, O sun, whose beams illuminate all, look upon this lost woman. Ere she stretch forth her murderous hand upon thy sons for blood. For lo, these are thy signs of thy old golden seed. The blood of the gods is in danger of being shed by man. O light, from Zeus proceeding, stay her, hold her, forth from the house. Chase the fell bloody fiend by demons led.
Only wasted were the thrones, thy children costly it seems, sweet babes, of thou who hast left behind thee that travel through the blue Symplegades, that strangers justly hate. Ah, hapless one, why doth fierce anger thy soul assail? Why in its places fell murder growing up?
The grievous under mortal men are pollutions of kindred blood poured onto earth. Most to suit each crime hurled from the heavens and poured onto the murderer's house.
Ah me, what can I do? Whether fly to escape my mother's blows? I know not, sweet brother mine, we are lost.
Didst hear the children's cry from within? O lady, born to sorrow, victim of an evil fate, shall I into the house for the children's sake? I am resolved to ward off the murder.
Yes, thy husband I adjure you, help, your aid is needed. Even now the toils of sword are closing round us. O hapless mother, surely thou hast a heart of stone or steel to slay the offspring of thy womb by such murderous doom. Of all the wives of yore, I know but one who laid her hand upon her children dear. Even I know, whom the gods did madden in the day that the wife of Zeus drove wandering from her home.
But she, poor sufferer, flung herself into the sea because of the foul murder of her children, leaping o'er the wave-beat cliff, and in her death was she united to her children twain. Can there be any deed of horror left to follow? Woe for the wooing of women fraught with disaster. What sorrows hast thou caused for men ere now?
Citizens stationed near this house, pray tell me is the author of these hideous deeds Medea still within, or has she fled from hence? For she would have to hide beneath the earth or soar on wings towards heaven's vault if she were to escape the vengeance of the royal house. Is she so sure she would escape herself unpunished when she had slain the rulers of this land? Enough of this. I'm forgetting her children. And as for her, and those whom she hath wronged, do the like by her. I am come to save the children's lives, lest the victim's kin visit their wrath on me, in vengeance for this murder foul wrought by the children's mother.
Unhappy man, thou knowest not the full extent of thy misery, else had thou ever said those words.
Oh no. Did she want to kill me too?
Thy sons are dead, slain by their own mother's hand.
Oh God, what sayest thou? Woman, thou hast sealed my doom.
My children are no more. Be sure of this.
Where's Lucia? Inside the palace or out?
Throw off my doors and see thy children's murdered corpses.
hasty slaves, let loose the bolts, undo the fastenings, that I might see the sight of twofold love. My murdered sons, and her whose blood I shall shed in vengeance.
Why shake those doors and attempt to loose the bolts in quest of the dead and me their murderers? From such toil desist. If thou wilt stop with me, say on, if so thou wilt. But thou shalt never lay hand on me. So swift the steeds, my father's sire, the son, to me doth give to save me from the hands of my foes.
Cursed woman, by gods and me, and all mankind, abhorred as never woman was, who hadst the heart to slay my babes, thou their mother, leaving me undone and childless. This hast thou done, and still dost gaze upon the sun and earth. This deed most impious. How could you?
To this thy speech I could have made a long reply. But Father Zeus knows well all I have done for thee and the treatment thou hast given me. But thou wert not ordained to scorn my love, nor lead a life of joy and mockery of me. Nor was thy bride, nor Creon, who gave to thee a second wife, to thrust me from the land and rue it not. So call me Ian, a lioness, or Scylla, whose home is in the Tyrrhene lands. I in turn have wrung thy heart as well I might.
Thou too art grieved, and sharest in my sorrow.
Be assured I am, but it relieves my soul to know that thou canst not mock at me.
Oh, my children, how vile a mother ye have found!
Oh, my sons, your father's feeble lust has been your ruin.
'Twas not my hands at any rate that slew them.
No, but thy foul treatment of me, and thy new marriage.
Dost think marriage cause enough for murder?
Dost think woman counts this a trifling injury?
So she be self-restrained, but in thy eyes all is evil.
Thy sons are dead and gone. That will stab thy heart.
They live, methinks, to bring a curse upon thy head.
But God, or power divine, hears thee. Breaker of oaths,
Fie upon thee, cursed witch, murderess of thy babes!
to thy house, go, bury thy wife.
I go, bereft of both my sons.
Thy grief is yet to come. Wait till old age is with thee too.
Oh, my dear children,
Dear to their mother not to be,
and yet thou didst slay them?
yea, to vex thy heart.
One last kiss, on me, I fain would imprint upon their lips.
Embraces now and fond farewells for them, but then a cold repulse.
To enjoy thee, let me touch their tender skin.
No, no. In vain this word has sped its flight.
O Zeus, dost hear how I am driven hence? Dost mark the treatment I received from this she-lion, fell murderess? In so far as I may or can, I raise for them a dirge, and do adjure thee to God's to witness, how thou hast slain my sons, and wilt not suffer me to embrace or bury their dead bodies.